It's Monday. Welcome to Museum Moments. Hey, so yes, it's Monday and it is actually very late on Monday. It is okay, it's not that late for me. It's like 8:30 here on the West Coast, but I mean, we're like one of the last time zones. So, chances are you are not watching this on Monday, so welcome to Museum Moments whatever the day of the week you're watching this. Um, so this is my third and final part of my review of the California Academy of Sciences in San Francisco. If you missed parts 1 or 2, they are up here. You can go ahead and click those links as soon as I get around to adding annotations, which may be a while. Anyways, so this last part of the museum is their exhibit on being environmentally friendly, which is really important part of San Francisco and what their goals are. I've actually heard that San Francisco is working on going garbage free in the next decade or so. I'm not quite sure how that all works. If I find an interesting article that adds to that, if you're interested, I will add the article link down below. So, yeah, because that's really a big part of San Francisco. So as we walk into this exhibit, we kind of get some facts and just some interesting things to kind of get us thinking about global warming and the environment and going green and all that stuff. And we're also introduced to like our effect on it. And it has like these little cartoons just to get us thinking about our own point of view on global warming. And then they have this lovely little chart which shows our not so lovely use of CO and how it has changed over time. The little numbers are the years, and the red line is how much CO we were using. And as you can tell, after 1950, it just skyrockets, and then they project it all the way up to 2030. So after scaring the shit out of us and making us all think that our planet is about to implode at any moment, they console us by telling us that there are some solutions out there. Like this one, which is awesome. It's just a concept at the moment, but it's a really cool concept that like a 15-year-old student came up with. And it's basically a playground that generates electricity. Because I mean, we all know kids are full of energy. So why not harness that energy? I'm not really a science person and I don't quite understand exactly how it all works. But basically, kids playing on this playground compresses springs or something, and basically kids playing makes electricity. So as utterly awesome as that is, it's really just a concept. And I still ask myself, what can we actually be doing while these concepts are still concepts? And the museum has the answer for that too. They have this cool scale, and by sliding the things along it, you can figure out what your own carbon emissions are. And then by that knowledge, you can figure out what you can do to make the world better on your own. For example, you can find out the carbon emissions of the food you eat is, and then maybe you can eat healthier for the environment. And then they wrap up with basically a summary of what the future could hold if we don't do something to change things now. I love exhibits that I'm really passionate about what they're talking about, and this was one of them. That's basically why it got an entire episode of Museum Moments just to itself. What kind of exhibits are you really interested in? Like, is there one that you just learned so much and it encouraged you to go out and find more or do something? That this one was like that for me. Like, I came home and I'm like, well, what can I do more for the environment? And it was because of this museum exhibit. So if there's a museum that has really influenced you, please let me know down in the comments, whether it's an exhibit that's still in the museum or it's traveling or if it's just finished and something else is there now. I would love to know because I love how museums can inspire people. So I'd love to know how one has inspired you. I will see you guys next week with um, another museum, but I forgot which one. Oh yes, it is the Maritime Museum in San Francisco, and I have a guest star, and she is adorable and 10. So that will be fun, and have a great week. So one more thing, I have applied for the Museum of Science and Industry's Month at the Museum program, which is a month this fall where they're going to have one person live in their museum. And I have made my application video for it, which is on my other channel. I will go ahead and link it somewhere on the screen if you want to go check that out. And also go check out MSI's website. It's msichicago.edu. I think it might be org or .com, sorry, but I think it's edu. I'll link them also somewhere on here. So go check them out because it's a really cool program, and I've never been to the museum, but it looks like a really awesome museum. And if anyone's ever been to the museum in Chicago, please let me know if it's as awesome as it looks. I'm sure it is, but I'd love like more firsthand knowledge and reviews of it. So anyways, I will let you guys go. Have a good week. I will see you next Monday.